The National Investigation's big crackdown on the Khalistani-gangster Nexus now is emerging. NIA is presently raiding about 50 locations in Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan as part of a nexus between terrorists, gangsters and drug traffickers. In Punjab itself, it's about 30 locations. I want to quickly bring in my colleague Kamaljit Sandhu, who's tracking all the latest specifically from the state of Punjab and Haryana. Kamaljit, you tell us, National Investigation Agency exploring as what we all knew, but it's now all being investigated further. India is looking at action as well on drugs, weapons, nexus, hawala channels. Tell us, what are you hearing about Punjab, Haryana?
Pooja, as part of the ongoing process as a crackdown on the Khalistani extremists, the gangster terror network along with the drug peddlers, that is when this entire NIA raids are going on in several states, including Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan. We've been told these are simultaneous raids and the crackdown is basically on this particular network. Now, what we know is that several of the masterminds are sitting abroad in UK, US, and perhaps even in Canada. And what they're doing is they are running their networks. The modus operandi is quite simple. They get information. There is obviously information regarding some sort of extortion racket which is being done. We've read enough charge sheets to understand that this is a modus operandi which has worked very, very well for them. Several of them have now been spotted in Canada. So this is an ongoing process, but the crackdown is to ensure that this modus operandi is broken, that those perpetrators who are running this racket are behind bars. Their associates, be it in Punjab, in several of the other states, are the ones who have to pay a price for this. So this is as part of the ongoing process, and we've seen this happening earlier this year as well. But now it becomes all the more significant because remember, the central agencies have also said that not only should there be a crackdown, but also identification of properties of all those perpetrators and also their associates. It's going to be a long-drawn process. It will go to the
Kamaljit,
court.
I'm told that even in the hill state of Uttarakhand, that there are 2 locations that are being raided. This is clearly looking at funding, because the fact is any of these extremist movements run on money through hawala channels, through extortion money, intimidation, and that funding channels, if I'm correct, are being tracked right now, and they are the ones that are specifically being raided?
Absolutely. The money is going through not just the hawala route, but also changing hands.
True.
This is where we know that the money is being received not just in Canada, but for instance, for weapons. If the money is received in Canada, there are drones which will actually fly and bring the weapons through which the extortion is done. So this is a part of racket, and the associates have now actually spread out not just in Punjab, but also in Haryana and other places. So the crackdown is very, very extensive at this point of time to ensure that their ground network, their own associates, they are put behind bars. Remember, the incriminating evidence will be put before the court. But at this part of time,
yes,
majority of the crackdown is based on the NIA's information along with the help of the local police.
Appreciate you joining us. Kamaljit Sandhu, this big breaking news coming in this morning. There are raids taking place from Haryana, Punjab, Rajasthan, even Uttarakhand to look at the funding, overground workers, any sort of support to the Khalistani extremists are facing raids right now. This is India's action to show that at least in India, here in the country, that these activities will not be allowed. Thank you so much, Kamaljit, for the latest.